Hi, welcome. Today I wanted to do a short beginner sequence, just a very simple movement sequence to help you create a little bit of ease, especially if you're fairly new and you're not quite sure what's happening. I didn't. It took me a few years before I realized what was happening in my yoga practice. I just kept sort of following what other people were doing, so I get it. The very first thing you want to do is you want to stand in mountain pose. And I have these blocks here, which to be honest, buying blocks was a little bit not as easy as it is now. You can go to CVS and buy blocks. And cork blocks, especially, they're very foam blocks are much more easy to manage. These are foam blocks, but they're a little bit stiffer. These are from Manduka. And you want to have a nice thickness if you do end up buying blocks. Otherwise, again, you can use a book, stack a few books at home. So let's get started. One of the first poses that you want to establish is standing mountain pose. So showing you from the front, you want to have your feet underneath your hips to start. And just see that your feet are parallel. Standing tall, take your hands by your side. Rather than slouch, try to lift through the chest, gently pull the shoulder blades together and pull those ribs in. And a nice homework assignment for you is to maybe stand against a wall and see how far you can bring your shoulder blades, your bum and your heels together as with the back of your head. I personally tend to come more forward. I'm always sort of like anticipating something. Some people are a little bit more on their backs, and it's just a good way to figure out where you are in your stance. And that's going to show up in your body throughout, how you do poses and how you do your sports, how you sit, what you do when you lounge shows up fully in your body. So finding Tadasana, mountain pose, feet hips width distance apart. We'll just start by folding forward in this mountain pose. So reach the arms up, inhale. You can look up, slight arch of your upper back. As you exhale, fold. You want to release your spine. Standing forward fold. Blocks are nice or books are nice. You can have your hands on your blocks if you're feeling your hamstrings are really tight. Right? So just allow your head to drop, release tension up and down your spine. And we're going to do this through a few different movements, just up and down. You'll rise on an inhale, slight bend of your legs, straighten them out and reach up. Fold over your legs, exhale, breathe out. Bending your knees, inhale, sweep those arms up and over your head. Look to the sky, exhale, fold. We'll do that one more time. Breathe in, reach and rise. And then stand tall, exhale. Nice, so coming into mountain pose, we'll move into a warrior posture. Warrior one, you want to pivot that right foot out, one heel in, and we're going to face towards this side with the hips squared forward. Warrior one. Slight bend in your knee, make sure the knee doesn't go beyond your ankle. Stay here for a few breaths. Shoulders are tight, just bend at your elbows. Take a couple of breaths. Keep the chin parallel to the earth so you're not looking down, you're not looking up. Very good. We'll move into warrior two, where the right heel intersects your left arch, opening up through the stance. So this is an open hip posture. Sitting down nice and low, we'll reverse the warrior. Come back into warrior two. Make yourself into your extended side angle. Be gentle. It's all side body movement. It's not a forward fold and it's not a back bend. Very good. Pivot on your heels. You're going to make yourself to warrior one to the other side. So the stance is shorter. It's a closed hip posture. And every part of your body starts to open up. You're strengthening through your feet. You're creating a nice foundation. And you're just having, you're being in your body. From here, we'll open up to warrior two. Left heel intersects your right arch. Sitting down nice and low. Keep breathing. If your shoulders are feeling tight, you can bend at your elbows. Reach front and back. Get strong in your hands. Sit a little bit deeper and then reverse your warrior. Just as we did on the other side, feel that nice stretch through that opposite side of your rib cage and then move to your extended side angle. And keep breathing. Sometimes when we try something new, we hold our breath. We're like anticipating the end without really being in the present moment. Come back to your warrior two. Breathe in. Exhale. Take your hands to your waist. You're going to pivot on your feet so they're parallel. Creating a number 11 with your feet nice and wide. bring our hands to the blocks. So hamstrings are tight for most people. You never want to fight with your hamstrings, you're gonna lose. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, you're gonna gently pull the heels in, point the toes out, and bend your knees. And if you're having difficulty reaching down, put your hands on those books or the blocks. Eventually, you wanna let the head drape. All day, your head is being carried by your neck, and your neck is really tight. We get a lot of this tension in our shoulders and in our neck from holding and circulating air and digesting and talking. So let the head bob and relax. Just don't let the hands hang heavy. That's too much strain for your hamstring. So connect to a block, the books, or the earth. Right, and then again, you can gently make a little bit of movement to release, but ultimately you want to slow down. Nice. Take a couple of breaths. You want to let the head hang heavy. Lengthen through the spine, releasing tension. Take another breath. Inhale. Fold over, exhale. Very good. Put the blocks to the side. We're going to come onto our mat and then come onto our backs. So go ahead and bring yourself down, right? Use your core to come all the way down or come onto the side. Go ahead and move into a bridge. You're going to bring your feet underneath your hips. Hands down by your side. Lift your hips up. This is a back bend. Palms can face up. Eventually, maybe you would shimmy your shoulders together. Interlace your hands. Stay right here. Try to lengthen through the front body. Try not to just let your knees fall out. Keep actively pulling the thighs together. Relax your face. 2 breaths more. So about 5 breaths at a bare minimum for each pose. Take 1 more breath, lift. Exhale, come down. Come to one side, rise yourself up. You want to forward fold anytime you back bend, just to neutralize the spine and counter what you did. So hamstrings are tight again. If you have a towel, you can wrap a towel. If you have a strap, you can use a strap, any kind of strap. You can use a belt. Grab underneath your thighs or your calves. Try not to put any strain on your knees or joints, and then fold. Flex through your feet. Take a couple of breaths. If it feels okay, you can allow the head to gently hang heavy. After 5 breaths, rise up. And then you can just sit tall. This is a great way for you to learn just some very basic movements. Tadasana, warrior series. Find ways to back bend, to forward fold, releasing tension up and down the spine. And that's ultimately what we're looking for, to create the ease in our body. Namaste.